Let's note that we're alive. And let's not be satisfied with the concept of being alive, but let's go deeper. Let us intentionally bring awareness into the aliveness which is the breath. And we can notice that each breath has a beginning. And we might remind ourselves to turn the mind toward gratitude. Gratitude. To be healthy enough to be on this Zoom call. Most likely we'll all have enough food today. And we have the Dharma, this royal road to awakening. And we have each other. And we have this capacity, this mysterious capacity of knowing what we are experiencing. There may well be thoughts. Who thinks these thoughts? Or do they think themselves? The 5 hindrances can well be present, commonly are. A mind that wants something to be different. A mind that is aversive to something, dislikes something, again, wanting something to be different. Or it could be a mind that is restless, agitated, worried, trying to figure it out, trying to remember it, trying to justify some position. Or it could be a mind of sloth and torpor, sleepy dullness, no energy. Or it could have doubt. Doubt can make the entire process of meditation seem pointless. And it can be very convincing and come along any time in our practice. So there is breathing in and breathing out. There are the activities of mind. There is this moment of breathing in and breathing out. This moment is, as always, exactly as it is. This breath emerges exactly as it does. Another vocabulary we can use is resting back into this present moment. Acknowledging the presence of the mystery of awareness. Within it, breathing in and breathing out occur, accompanied by it, embraced by it, breathing in and breathing out. And there is, of course, more to the aliveness of the body than breathing. Everywhere awareness looks, life will be discovered. Everywhere within this form, so perhaps open up to the life in the feet, in the toes, in the heels, in the calves, in the thighs. All the life of the pelvis. Not trying to make something happen, simply noticing that all of these regions of the universe are somehow hardwired to awareness. Notice the back, all the way from the pubic bone to the solar plexus and abdomen and chest. The sides. The hands, the fingers, the thumbs. The wrists and the forearms. The shoulders and the neck, and the jaw and the cheeks, the lips, the forehead and scalp, and the ears and the eyes. And so we can abide, rest, in awareness of the body that breathes. It's such a relief to not have to get somewhere or do something. And let us remember that the path is shot through with love. I aspire to love and accept myself exactly as I am in this and every moment. To the best of my ability in this moment, I commit to the practice of non-perfection. Perhaps we'll discover that we're lovable even if we're not perfect, or maybe especially. Breathing in and breathing out, abiding in now, in this moment. In this ballooning in up into fullness of the breath, and this contraction, release, relinquishment, we inevitably encounter pain and suffering. Physical pain, emotional pain, existential pain. The pain of confusion. And we develop our concentration and mindfulness and curiosity, persistence, tranquility and equanimity, and joy in order to support us. And we can make the intention, I aspire, whenever I encounter pain and suffering. I aspire to stay present. To stay present and to hold myself in sweet compassion. Each breath is an invitation to the present moment. Each breath is an invitation to the timeless, profoundly spacious, at easeness of now. And remembering that the transition from our formal practice into the practice of daily life is of great importance. It's a kind of commitment. I intend to be something more than a person who sits and meditates for a little while every day. I intend to become a person whose meditation practice becomes life, and vice versa. I intend to drive consciously. I intend to take care of the dogs consciously. I intend, when the phone rings, to reach for it consciously, to pause, to let it ring one more time, to realize that this is a sacred encounter. To do that onerous task that one has to do today, consciously. And whenever I'm suffering, which is frequently, of course, because of the nature of life, because of anicca, resisted anicca equals suffering, I aspire to greet these experiences with a willingness, a wholeness, I'm going to indulge myself and share 5 pictures with you, if I can pull it off. We start here with Charlie. Charlie, who's in training as a medical alert dog for Tara for her seizures. What a dog. And here's the madness of 2 days ago that we actually crossed these crazy things. And this is extraordinary beauty. Oh, I didn't do the sound, but we'll just have it with or without. Yeah. That's happening right now. One of the things that we talked about standing there looking at the waves again and again for several days was they've been doing this for billions of years before us, as they will after us. And if we're lucky, we get a few moments of love. I guess it's more than luck, though. I need to adjust something here on the Facebook page to change this. There we go. That was very impressive. I remembered that. So, my heart is full. I'm well rested. My love of the Dharma is at its peak. And I'm curious what's happening with you. What discoveries are you making? Where is life just about completely unbearable? Where is the joy almost unbearable? So, as is our custom, if you want to speak, just unmute yourself and you will be here.
Good morning, Robert. It's Joe.
Hi, Joe.
I just wanted to tell you that I got to meet Peter, and he is a wonderful human being.
Oh, yes, he is, isn't he?
Yes. And Brighton Bush is alive. It did not die in the fire. It is burnt, but it survived. And there's plenty of joyful, happy people rebuilding.
Yay.
It was a wonderful experience. And your name came up between me and Peter numerous times. So if your ears were burning at Seaside, that was just fun.
Yeah, I'm glad. I was supposed to have a meeting with him last night, but it didn't work out. So we'll do it soon.
Yep, and thank you for your assistance. It is a wonderful thing.
Hello, this is Leanne.
Hello, Leanne.
I'm going to share briefly. I'm in my car. Um, I'm in one of those unbearable situations of my husband and partner of many years being in the ICU. So
Oh,
about to
dear.
head in there, but I've been listening on the drive over, and we'll
Huh.
see if he pulls through.
Wow, what's happening?
Uh, Massive GI bleed,
Oh,
ulcer, uh, complicated by being on blood thinners. So, yeah.
wow.
He was pretty close to not being here yesterday, but they say he's doing better. But, I think it's going to be a long haul at best. So we did an interesting ceremony that I didn't know about last night. He's Jewish, although not practicing, but his family requested this. And I don't know, I had not heard of it all my years in hospice, and a renaming. So um, his son had a rabbi come, and the idea is that death is stupid, and he's looking for Ken, but he's not going to find Ken because they've given him a new name. So the rabbi gives him we decided on Chaim, life. So um, he's got a new name. And, it was an interesting, and I'm not a believer, but what can I say? He's not either, but he would be much more graciously accepting. Hedge your bets. So, but I'm glad you're back, Robert, and I appreciate it. I would say there's a more essential stillness to you. That was very nice to be with.
Hmm. I just sent you a message. Please don't miss it.
Okay, thank you. I certainly could, because I don't ever do this on my phone, and I don't know how messages work. There they are. Okay. I will take a screenshot. So here goes my hand, probably across the thing.
So you're in the position any one of us can be in at any moment.
Yeah.
So we will hold you in our hearts. What is your husband's name?
Well, now it's Chaim, but
Oh, that's right. What a dumb question, right? Thank you. No more need be said. Are you listening, Robert?
that was a funny comedy of errors, because we kept getting the wrong rabbi's name too. So there was many missed phone calls and texts and lots of names. So that. He said, "Amen." So it's almost.
You're breaking up pretty badly right now.
Your report.
Thank you for sharing your journey with us, Leanne.
Thank you.
Robert,
I hear a voice.
this is Eileen, and this is for Leanne.
Hi,
Um,
Eileen.
I hate to put myself on, well, I have a big screen, but Leanne, um, I'm Jewish but not religious at all, and but my mother left me this, and it's the reason I'm showing myself this early is because this is a high, and it means to life. And so I just wanted to, I don't know if I can lean in, I wanted to share that with you. And just so you know, my grandparents were Orthodox. I'd never heard of the naming either, but it's a good name, and you can just find this online if it means anything. But I just thought maybe seeing the symbol of it might, bring
Oh,
a moment. Okay, that's it.
thank you.
You're welcome.
One of the central attributes of awakening is compassion. And in compassion, we turn toward the suffering. When someone speaks of their suffering, we turn toward it. We're willing to feel what we feel. I just remembered an experience I had some years ago. Oh, a lot of years ago, actually. When my dad died, I stayed in Vancouver, BC, long enough to participate closely in his cremation. It was before they had the fancy new big super duper industrial strength crematorium in Vancouver. And it was just the crematory guy and me in the cardboard box. And I got to see my dad again and then my dad's body, and then push him into the retort and close the door and push the buttons. And it was quite something. And a few days later, I came home, and my then wife and I had dinner with a cousin who was a good friend of mine. And what did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about my dad's death. And this fellow, and what I discovered that somehow we weren't talking about it. And I tried twice or three times. And finally, at the third time, I was very conscious about it. And I said, I can't remember what I said, but it was something about, I got to be at the crematorium and push my dad's box into the crematorium. And then I saw the way this friend took that and somehow did a twist and talked about something else. And it became apparent that he was not someone with whom I could speak about that because it was not acceptable. It was too frightening. We talked about it 5 years later when his mother died, and I was with him, and he was apologetic, but he did the best he could at the time. But that's one of our strengths and skills that we have as we practice and as we turn toward our own painful experiences. We actually can be present with others when they're really hurting. And we need someone to hold our hand sometimes as we walk into the fire. So I'm grateful to Leanne who's on her way. Imagine that. She's walking into the ICU. Poof. I haven't visited anyone in the ICU for a while, but I was there myself for quite a few days last year. Surrounded by such loving people. My gosh, it was incredible. It's not worth a brain surgery, but it was sure cool to have that much love focused on me. I had some interesting observations, of course, the first few days of my retreat. I noticed how boring cooking and eating is. It's funny because I noticed that as I was doing it, there was this impulse again and again to, quote, turn on NPR, to do something, and then focusing back in. Actually, chopping chard is actually very interesting if I'm willing to be present. Sautéing mushrooms is a fabulous experience if I'm willing to be doing it. And eating, things actually have different flavors if I'm doing it. So it sure is worth renouncing some pleasures, some distractions sometimes, for a while, maybe for good, in order to experience the present moment. And I have some building news. Our appeal to the city to not have to put $70,000 of repairs into the building, not repairs, improvements, a layer of sheetrock all over the entire downstairs, and a sprinkler system and so on. That was, they accepted our appeal. However, it's been discovered that the doors, which I purchased and finished, actually, I'm sorry to hear this, the doors for all the clinical offices downstairs under the Dharma Hall are 2 feet 6 inches wide. They must be 3 feet wide. And that will cost $30,000. And the other exciting news, this is new news just yesterday for me. Somehow or another, no one has noticed up until this point that by code, we don't have enough toilets. And the company we hired to deal with such things, Code Unlimited, they're very apologetic because they should have seen this a month or two ago. But they're certain we can do an appeal to the city to change. This is commonly accepted. You get grandfathered in. And so now we have another appeal to do, which will take at least a week. So, in terms of practice, I got the news yesterday as I was coming coming back, and it had no effect on me whatsoever. This thing's going to happen when it happens, but it will certainly be September. Well, that's not true. It won't be until September. It still could get pushed out. Who knows what'll happen? But so back to you. Anything you'd like to share? Where's my time? What time is it?
It's 8:05.
Thank you. I'm not going to mess with the sound. The sound to YouTube isn't working very well, but I'm going to leave it alone. Amy, you look particularly beautiful out there in the sunshine.
Why, thank you. The sunshine is beautiful. And I was just on the coast myself last week. I went to Cape Disappointment State Park on the Washington side of the coast, and with my brother and his family from the East Coast. It was very special. My niece just graduated from OSU, and it's very rare to have my family out here, and have his family and my family together was a big deal. It was lovely. So I appreciated your pictures and that reminder.
You get along with your family.
You're not surprised.
Well, my history is not so great.
I mean, I'm the youngest of 6, so there are a bunch of complicated relationships. My parents are gone. Those are complicated. My brother that I was seeing is definitely my closest sibling. The two of us grew up together and are very close. Shared going through my parents' divorce and shared a lot of things together. So we're close.
Being with loved ones in peace is really quite something.
Yeah.
Hi, it's me again.
Hi, Joy.
Hi, I just wanted to mention speaking of love, it's my 40th wedding anniversary today.
Congratulations.
I know, but I have to say the meditation practice that I've been doing for 20 years or so has really allowed me to experience love in many different ways, which is sometimes I have doubts about the value of sitting and breathing for hours, but as I look back over the years, I do see like a huge increase in love, the ability to experience it from other people, from the benefits of even people I don't know very well. There's a lot of kindness and support, and from nature too, from the ocean and the waves. And I've been swimming a lot in the ocean lately, and that is a pure experience of the bliss of the landscape around us. So thank you. When you spoke about love, I was reminded that this has been one huge practical benefit of our practice. And my husband just gave me a card for our anniversary. It says, I don't know if it's backwards for you.
No.
Find joy in each day. So that was my message this morning. And thank you very much for this community.
Where do you swim in the ocean?
Well, I live in Victoria, so in BC, so the ocean's all around us. So we just walk into it and swim around. It's very blissful.
I was tempted the night before last to go skinny dipping, but then I thought about getting out. I thought about how shockingly cold it would be, and somehow I was repelled. But you just
a heat wave yesterday.
That's true.
But I think, right here in Victoria, we have a lot of year-round ocean swimmers, and they swear that cold water swimming has huge benefits for mental and physical health. And I think it does.
Well, it'll certainly wake you right up.
It's a beautiful experience. And Portland too is very beautiful. I've been there. Right now, the Rose Garden is in bloom, I think, and it's a gorgeous place to be.
It's stunning. Yeah.
Yeah. So, by the way, I really enjoyed the guest meditation leaders
Oh, good.
last week. Yeah. And Jim said something I really appreciated, which was that the practice changes our ideas about our circumstances. I can't remember the exact words, but the situation, it was like we have the situation and the meditation changes our understanding of the situations, which was interesting. I thought about that all day because I always thought the purpose was to change the situation. But sometimes we have very little power over the situation. So I've been working on understanding the ways in which the awareness can be changed. So thanks. I've often found Jim to say very helpful things. Just wanted you to know.
Thank you very much.
That's probably enough talking for me. But
Thank you, Joy.
you're welcome, and thanks for coming back. It's just beautiful. I hope you keep it up, even when you can all meet in person all the time.
We will. I've made the commitment to that. Yeah.
Great.
Well, anybody sitting with something you'd like to share? So let's go out on an Om. Om, feeling it vibrate in the heart and all the way to the crown. And we'll end with a gong, 2 gongs, in the style of Ruth Denison. The first gong doesn't interrupt anything. It simply says, wake up. And the second gong is, now is the transition to move on to the next practice, which is standing up and doing whatever's next. So please unmute if you'd like, and we'll make some cacophonous oming. So, dear ones, have a fine day. Let us hold Leanne and Chaim in our hearts for today. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. See you.
Thank you.
Tomorrow.
Goodbye, Darcy. Goodbye, Martha. Goodbye, Eileen
Bye, everybody.
and Sherry. Ya fatah, Jim.
Ya fatah. Gonna go get my blood work done for my physical.
Oh, good. May it be all in balance.
Check to see how much I've aged since I've seen my doctor.
Well, may it go well. Bye-bye. Goodbye, friends on YouTube and Facebook. Sorry I didn't have the sound very good coming from the other end today. I'll work on that.